Hello everyone and welcome back to the 2K14 Universe. I'm your host Shitch and you're watching NXT.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing the new millennium from New York, Bryce Walker.
We're kicking things off here with Bryce Walker, who is getting a much-awaited episode of NXT here tonight because he loves seeing Virgil in action. No, he has got a much-awaited opportunity here tonight. Bryce Walker is set to go one-on-one with Sergeant Slaughter. A long-awaited rematch here tonight. Slaughter says, keep your big man at home. Let's just settle this, alright? You and me. And that is exactly what Walker has agreed to here tonight. Whether or not he honors that agreement, I don't know. But, at least on the surface, Bryce Walker has said he will face Sergeant Slaughter one-on-one. The rematch is happening. This all stemmed back in the NXT Championship tournament when Bryce Walker got put up against Sergeant Slaughter. And a great rookie showing from Bryce Walker led to a loss, unfortunately. Sergeant Slaughter advancing in the NXT Championship tournament, or qualifying for it. He lost in the first round.
And approaching the ring from South Carolina, weighing 310 pounds, Sergeant Slaughter.
I had to give him an actual song. I can't remember if this was in an episode or not. I had to give him an actual song because I absolutely hate the drum roll. It drives me nuts. I can't stand it. Well, Sergeant Slaughter calls himself a hero. What kind of hero wears a... No, I can't shit on the beret, because the beret is actually a war thing, isn't it? What kind of hero has a mustache like that? There you go. There you go. Had to find something that wouldn't be mean or offensive in any way, because I didn't mean for it to be. I didn't want it to be misinterpreted that way. Pretty sure my dad had a beret. Unless, of course, that's more of a non-American thing. Then he definitely did not. I don't actually know. Well, that's not a great start for Bryce Walker, unfortunately, but, I mean, he's definitely, I think, barking up the wrong tree, if you want to ask my honest opinion here. I like Walker, I really do. I think this guy's got a very bright future, and I think the ambitious, peppy side of him is very admirable. But my problem here is that he is so insanely outmatched in terms of size that I don't really understand where this desperation to face this giant in comparison comes from. But I guess maybe he's going for the whole every castle crumbles approach and really wants to bring the big man down. Either way, he's got a 7-foot tag team partner in the new millennia that he has left at in the back. I was about to say at ringside. He is definitely not ringside. You'd notice if he was at ringside. He's left him at the back tonight. He's said that he'll face Sergeant Slaughter one-on-one, and he has honored that. Even if he doesn't honor Sergeant Slaughter or his generation too well. And we have a Earn Your Shot coming up, by the way, next Saturday on Superstars. Superstars will be given the opportunity to earn their spot at being a part of Monday nights or Friday nights, depending on obviously their preference and if they even manage to pull off the victory. That being said, though, there is currently no one in line to be in an Earn Your Shot match on NXT, and I don't believe we've had any kind of a qualifying match, but I've been informed that NXT management has got something in mind for next Saturday, and that it will be left as a surprise until next Saturday. So I don't really know what's going on there, but I guess make sure you tune into, not this Saturday, I mean, obviously tune into this Saturday's Superstars, tune into every Superstars, but make sure that you definitely catch next Saturday's Superstars, because I don't know what this mysterious Earn Your Spot matchup that's planned is, but apparently something great is coming. Sounds to me like if you're whoever NXT management has decided, your odds of heading up from NXT are favourable. Management believes in you, or perhaps they just want rid of you. Who's to know which one it really is? Walker is showing a lot of promise here as he goes in for the... Oh, I was going to say a sharpshooter, but it's not quite, is it? Submission hold here. And he releases it. Or was that because he was losing his grip or because he wanted to try something else? Well, I'll tell you something, Mean Gene. I don't know.
But that's about it. He gets out of trouble there. He fails to connect.
Walker showing a very impressive amount of guts tonight. They're just spilling out of him. Submission hold applied here. Walker really honing in on that submission style of wrestling. But Slaughter is able to fight out. And of course, Slaughter knows a thing or two about submission wrestling, as he is now calling for the sleeper hold. And there it is, the camel clutch, sorry. No, that is the Cobra clutch, that's the name. I knew I was somewhat close. Is Bryce going to be able to survive this one? Oh, Walker did not submit. I believe that was what he lost to in their first encounter, so you're seeing some personal growth here from Bryce Walker. Can't quite tell who they're chanting for. I would assume Walker, as that sounded nothing like Slaughter. 10-year-old? Bear hug here. Is this going to be enough? They just hang in there once again. Walker does not want to submit to Sergeant Slaughter. Not again. Cover attempt here. Is that going to be enough? That clothesline, unfortunately, it was. There is no champion. What the hell are you talking about? What are you talking about? Defending what stars? Well, once again, unfortunately, it's a victory for this guy. Sergeant Slaughter, everybody. The crusher of hopes, the crusher of dreams. Just crushing everything. Except poo. Anyway, what do you really want to think about that? Anyway, that is it for this matchup. Bryce Walker, unfortunately, once again will be seeing stars as Sergeant Slaughter picks up the victory, and we move to our next matchup. We saw him in a sudden appearance at the assistance of Seth Rollins weeks ago. Tonight we find out a little bit more about Dean Ambrose as he gets set to face off against Virgil in his debut match.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing 250 pounds, Virgil.
Well, he is motivated. He is looking excited for his matchup here tonight on NXT, and I guess we'll find out if that is warranted or not, as Virgil is set to compete here tonight against the debuting Dean Ambrose, who made his first appearance a few weeks back in the assistance of Seth Rollins, who has unfortunately suffered a tough loss in the finals of the semifinals of the NXT Championship tournament. Felt the wrath of Andre the Giant, who went on to become the NXT champion when he defeated Big E Langston just last week on NXT.
Approaching the ring from Cincinnati, Ohio, weighing 215 pounds, Dean Ambrose.
I tell you, this new alliance known as The Shield that consists of Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose is one you really want to keep your eyes on. Of course, we have a NXT Tag Team Championship tournament starting out next week here on, or continuing next week here on NXT. Last week we saw the Primetime Players defeat the New Millennia in tag team action to advance in that Tag Team Championship tournament. We'll find out next week who the Primetime Players will be facing for the new NXT Tag Team Championship, as The Shield, Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, will be teaming up here on NXT to face off against the combination of I'll finish that thought in a moment. I went to say Ric Flair. It's actually the other man in our main event, King Kong Bundy, who will be teaming up with Andre the Giant. As I say, Bundy and Giant, a very dangerous alliance, but Rollins and Ambrose, I feel like they could be real something too. It's moved there by Virgil, that drop kick to the back of the head and over the ropes. Virgil, oh no, okay, well. That was an interesting little outcome there for Dean Ambrose. You saw that one come. Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, this one might need to be wrapped up fairly quickly. I don't think that was a very favorable landing for Virgil there. ahead as Dean Ambrose takes control of this match a little more, and he stomps on the arm. I get this impression that Dean Ambrose is not the most concerned about how his opponent is feeling at any given opportunity, if you know what I mean. I feel like this is a very rough and tumble kind of guy. Rakes the eyes of Virgil. Dean Ambrose now going for a side suplex.
His body twisting and turning in a sickening way. Look at this dominance. This isn't a match, it's a match.
Ambrose just kind of watching on here as he takes him from behind, hooks those arms, slams him down. Ambrose going in for a cover attempt on Virgil here. Is that going to be enough? Not quite, surprisingly. Oh boy. Driving his face into the mat. Dean Ambrose with a quick pinfall attempt off of that one, and that is enough. Well, that was a very, very short-lived matchup from Virgil, but I guess that's to be expected when you're up against the unexpected. Now bark like a dog. Go on, do it. There you go. With a big fucking smile on his face. Well, Dean Ambrose is victorious here tonight on NXT in a very short-lived matchup. And up next is our main event as King Kong Bundy is set to go one-on-one in a match he has been waiting a long, long time for. It is Bundy versus Flair in a submission match. And I'll tell you more about why Bundy has been waiting for this match when we come back.
The following contest is a submission match. Making his way to the ring from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing 232 pounds, Ric Flair.
I'm starting to wonder if I just gave him this color for all of his robes, because I don't know why he always seems to come out in this one. This is very strange to me. I don't feel like that's correct at all. Either way, Ric Flair is out here tonight in our main event. He is set to face off against King Kong Bundy, and whilst this won't be a guaranteed NXT Championship opportunity should Flair defeat the tag team partner of Andre the Giant, I think it will definitely help favor him as the next in line for the NXT Championship. We've been told, however, that Big E Langston will not give up. He has not said that he is done, and he will be very much gunning for the NXT Championship at the next given opportunity. So I can't wait to see Big E Langston versus Andre the Giant 2, should that be in the near foreseeable future at all. Man, when you talk about this match here tonight, this feels like a big one.
From Atlantic City, New Jersey, weighing 144 pounds, King Kong Bundy.
They call this man the walking condominium, and you can pretty much see why. This has got to be one of the most proportionate men in the entire wrestling business. King Kong Bundy made his debut in the NXT Championship tournament, losing to Ric Flair, but it came under rather controversial light, as King Kong Bundy at one point had Ric Flair up in a bear hug, to which Ric Flair tapped out. However, at that point in time, Bobby the Brain Heenan, the manager of King Kong Bundy, was at ringside distracting the referee, so it was never caught. Later in that match, King Kong Bundy, I believe, suffered a submission loss himself to the figure 4 leg lock, and well, that brings us to this point in time of the matchup. 2 people, 2 submissions, 1 match. Now we find out whose is better. So here we go, Ric Flair and King Kong Bundy, 20-minute time limit. This one is gonna be, I think, can't miss TV. I think it's gonna be very interesting to see who can force who to submit in this matchup, because of course I don't see this one coming to a time limit draw.
Take us in the ring and let us know what has to happen in order to defeat him. Well, he had a great win last week.
I believe I've pretty much said all that I have to say, so I'm gonna give my voice a small rest. I'm so... he says, I'm gonna give my voice a small rest, and then starts a sentence. I'm so out of the loop of recording still that, like, oh man, it's quite a lot of work. I forgot that, you know, the whole commentary thing, it takes some getting used to, and I don't feel like you ever really master it. I feel like, I'm always kind of feeling this way after a longer recording, and this is obviously going to be a longer recording.
Is there in a submission match? Well, you have to target a body part, no question. After that, you keep attacking that spot until you can slap a hold on it.
Well, Bundy going in for a submission nice and quick here with that head vice, and he decides to release it and slam him down to the mat. Might not have actually been what was going on there, but that's what I'm saying was going on there. It was a submission hold, as far as I'm concerned.
I have a strong feeling that these guys will throw caution to the wind and just go full steam ahead. And he does it one more time. Oh, and he lands that one right to the head. Any type of strategy you would use in this type
Bundy
of match?
once again vice grips the head of Ric Flair.
Eventually setting up your submission hold.
Time just tossing him down again.
Struggling for control.
I wonder who has a more vicious vice grip, Bundy or the Great Khali. Two people that use that move semi-regularly, I'd say.
Momentum in the WWE.
Remember.
Turn on a dime.
Well, as I mentioned before, next week on NXT in our main event, the NXT champion himself will be in tag team competition. Andre the Giant will be teaming up with King Kong Bundy to face off against The Shield. I'm very interested in seeing how that one will play into things, of course, with Bobby Heenan back in their corner as well. That's a very concerning one, I would say, for The Shield. They are definitely outnumbered in that situation. Can't wait to see what else we have coming your way next week. Right now, that's all exactly confirmed. And of course, don't forget, when it comes to NXT next week, we have ourselves a Earn Your Spot match coming next Saturday. This Saturday, however, that will not be the case. And King Kong Bundy just keeps gripping the head of Ric Flair over and over again. And if there's one thing that we like in this business, it's gripping the head. Kicked off there as Bundy takes control of Ric Flair once again. Continually seems to be the situation that it is Bundy who is very much the success in this match so far. Ric Flair, I think, having a hard time with this giant. You know, Ric Flair, a lot of people's eyes, a wrestling legend, no doubt about it. Obviously, he's a newcomer here in this universe, and he was decided upon many to have to make his way through NXT before he found himself on Raw and SmackDown. And I feel like we're all in for a treat when we see Ric Flair in the ring. Whether or not he's on NXT for very long, I guess, is to be determined. But right now, at the very least, he is here on NXT, and he is putting on a showing against King Kong Bundy that is very admirable.
There's going to be a lot of offense in this match. Oh, the punch connects.
Even if it is mostly just him getting his snot kicked in right now. He is definitely giving it his all in his own unique way. Bundy now taking Ric Flair down and just slamming his face into the mat. Can you imagine how that must feel? Some of you probably do know how that feels.
Now, who does the methodical pace benefit, King?
That is a solid question.
Takes his time, it gives everybody a chance to catch their breath.
So
I don't know. Oh, back to the head, back to the temple. Ooh, that one stung. What an impact from that kick.
It seems like Ric Flair is finding some fight back in him once again, as he manages to suplex King Kong Bundy like it's nothing.
He's enjoying this.
Oh, what a headbutt. You really heard the impact on that one. guess we'll find out who a slow, methodical pace benefits, because that is a lot of what is going on in this match right now. Ric Flair looking for something there as he went to hook the arms, but Bundy was able to fight back once again. Bundy does as Bundy does.
Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other. What's he going to do here? What's he going to do here? Now back to the ring. Oh, look at this.
Bundy striking back at Ric Flair as he takes back control, but Flair able to flip things around for a moment. Really turned Bundy on his head there, but that didn't really turn out the way I think Flair hoped it would. Is this going to be the ending point of the matchup? This is a submission match. Well, no. No. Ric Flair still has plenty of fight left in him, and you'd be silly to think otherwise. Strike after strike sends Ric Flair flat on his back. But he just keeps getting up. That's the admirable thing here. He just keeps on getting up. He won't give up. I mean, eventually he might have to, with a submission no less. But at the moment, he won't give up. Oh, wow. Really hard the way Ric Flair hit the mat there. Flair now, look at this. Look at that deadlift. Not a lot of people can say they've deadlifted King Kong Bundy. Ric Flair now looking for his signature submission hold, the figure 4 leg lock. Will it be enough? Will this be the victory in this submission match? No. I think with a lot of people that would have been enough. Bundy included normally, but in this submission match, it's going to take that little bit more.
This is electric, and that punch lands hard.
Ric Flair continuing to have a back and forth fight here with King Kong Bundy as he sends him into the ropes, and Bundy with a great reversal from Nate.
Just devastating.
Bundy is so impressive. As is Ric Flair, honestly. The amount of punishment these two are willing to put each other through and keep fighting. Did I just hear someone call a spot? I could have swore I heard someone go, "Pin him!" Because if they did, they called the wrong spot. There's no pins. Pin him! I'm sure it's what I heard. It was really quiet. I don't know if that will have been like audible on the edited video, because I put the game volume down quite a bit. Really sounded like that was what someone said though. Pin him! Bundy has found himself in control again as he goes in for the camel clutch, but Flair's boot in the ropes, and that is enough, even if Flair wasn't conscious that it was there. I tell you, Bundy is really making an example out of Ric Flair, and I think he's really showing not only Bobby the Brain Heenan, but Andre the Giant that he is prepared for that NXT Championship Contenders qualifier next week. I mean, well, not even Contenders, it's just an NXT Championship qualifier. Remember, the winning team of next week's match will meet up against Primetime Players the very next week for the brand new NXT Tag Team Championships. Primetime Players, or The Shield, or Andre and Bundy will be our first tag champions. And honestly, after Andre just became our first NXT champion, I would not be surprised to see him also then become our first NXT Tag Team champion. You know what I'm saying? And Bundy, ooh, having his knee driven down there by Ric Flair. This would be a wise time to go for the figure 4 leg lock, but instead a camel clutch. Camel clutch has been applied. Don't do it. Don't tap to the camel clutch. Okay. So we both have submission finishes. Just use those. Continued back and forth struggle between these two.
The master of the figure 4 leg lock will turn you
Once again, Bundy has found himself in a point of domination, a point of advantage over Ric Flair. Someone yells Gaga. Have a baby in the crowd, everybody. Ooh. Will that be enough? Ric Flair, wise here, takes him to the center of the ring. Oh, is he going for? Oh, Bundy saw it coming and he very quickly got to his feet. That must have taken a lot of strength out of King Kong Bundy, though, as he now tries to crush the head of Ric Flair once again, to no avail. That's what they call him, the walking condominium. The walking condiments. Great move there by Ric Flair once again. Got him dead center of the... Oh, every time Ric Flair goes to the feet, Bundy is very quick to recover and get to his feet. Almost as if he's playing possum. Is this going to be enough? The sleeper hold. Will this be it? Please don't be it. It's not a satisfying finish. Flair with a great reversal there. On me. Pardon me, he says after coughing. I've really ruined my voice doing this. Obviously, for those that don't know, I did Raw as well, like moments ago. Like, I went from Raw to NXT pretty quickly. So, that'll be why. I can't believe everything that's transpired thus far. It's been submission. Once again, another submission hold from Bundy. It ain't gonna take too many more of these, I don't think. 13 minutes deep into this submission match, we have not yet seen one. Flair in control. Bundy with a reversal. Bundy now tossed over the arm of Ric Flair. It took a lot out of Flair, though. You could tell from the speed in which he was able to do that. It wasn't very fast. Ric Flair now, finally, he's in position. The figure four. He's got it. Is it going to be enough to get the win? Ric Flair has got the figure four applied. Bundy is struggling. He's wriggling. He's got nowhere to go. He doesn't know what to do. Bundy is in a point of trouble, and Ric Flair releases the hold. Well, you want to blame it yourself if you lose now, Rick. Why'd you release the hold? Ric Flair reaches the ropes.
And that's a stiff kick. Come on, what a dirty move. A battle of wills now. Reversal. Look at this, it's locked in. Oh man, well,
that is the end of the match, unfortunately. A full Nelson, and it doesn't even look like Ric Flair tapped out. It looked like he passed out in the end, but unfortunately that does still count as a submission. That is a referee's decision for this one to be over. Bundy's... Oh, what lady has come out to greet King Kong Bundy? Why, none other than Lita, the former Divas Champion. She is out here because she is down with Bundy. Well, I hope you two are down with Bundy, because we'll see him again next week in another main event match as he teams up with Andre the Giant to face off against the Shield's Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose. We'll see what happens when those two forces collide. We'll probably look about as shocked or as sad as Lita and Bundy, depending on which side you fall down. Right now, though, I would say Andre and Bundy are a very favorable pairing.